Welcome everybody to the Signature Podcast. Today we have Zakhele, a forward for Orlando Pirates. Today we're gonna get to know him, spend some time with him today. So welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Oh, good on yourself.
Good. Have you been having a signature experience so far?
Yeah, I think it's it's really amazing.
Really amazing.
VIP experience.
VIP experience. Awesome, man. That's what we're trying to offer. I mean, that's what we do offer here at Signature Cards. But yeah, today we just want your people to get to know you better. So we decided to bring you out today to be a part of this podcast and have the people get to know you better. You know what I mean? Because obviously we know you as the Orlando Pirates star that you are, but we don't know you personally. And that's what we want people to get to know today. We just have a few questions that we're going to talk about, a few things, talk about life. This podcast, we just talk about life, talk about money, talk about careers. So yeah, we just wanted to get to know a little bit about how you got into football. What was that journey for with you? Like, how did you find yourself in the position you are today? Like, how did you become the Orlando Pirates that you are today? How did that journey start?
Well, for me, my love for football first started when I was very young, probably around 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go to go with my mother to Evenby Stadium and go watch against the Chiefs, and that's how I just fell in love with it. Then we started playing in the streets, and all of a sudden there was interest around me, around local coaches where I used to live, the township that I grew up in. And that's where I just started seeing that, actually there's something here. And obviously as older, the more you grow into something, the better you become. And with more hard work and people believing in myself, I started also believing in myself. And that's how I just started playing football. And I remember probably primary school, I decided that time that
you're gonna take this serious.
I'm going to be a professional footballer.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I like it. So you said it and then you did it. Awesome stuff. So how do you balance like your professional life and your personal life? Because I'm sure that's pretty hard, to balance both your professional and because your professional life, you're a public figure, but then your personal life, how do you balance the two?
Well, firstly, I'm a family man. My family comes first. There's nothing bigger than them. There's no career that's bigger than them. So
100% family is important. Yeah.
So I put them first, and then what comes second in my life, it has to be my football, because with that I'm able to do so many things. Besides me being just passionate about it and chasing something, it also provides for my family and myself. So I put it first, and I think once you understand that those two are the most important things in your life, I think it's very easy. Not necessarily easy, but it becomes easier to balance them. Then only later then you can incorporate your lifestyle, your friends, all these other things. It's family and football first.
Okay, gotcha. I respect. Okay, shout out. Okay, so do you have any hobbies and passions outside of football? What are your hobbies and passions outside of football?
Growing up, I used to love cooking.
Cooking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Growing up, to be honest.
Okay. So now cooking is still...
I think when I do have time.
Okay. And so cooking is one of them?
Yeah, I've recently been playing a lot.
Okay.
Learning a lot from that sport. It's not easy. Yeah. Okay. It's frustration more than it is happiness.
Really? Okay. No, but that's with anything when you start.
Yeah. Okay. But those are things that I'm really passionate. I would say now that I'm learning to be passionate about, especially when it comes to cooking, because it's something that I think would require a bit of education.
Okay. No, 100%.
If I were to want to monetize it one day, but when it comes to golf, I think golf is just for fun.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you're thinking of maybe also trying, like outside of cooking and golf, that you maybe look sore, but then you were like, man, like one day I'm gonna try that? It's like a hobby or like a passion to get into.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's a hobby, but recently started a production company because love dealing with cameras and having to create content for people.
Content production, 100%.
Yeah, so I don't want to call it a hobby, but it's something that I take it as a business.
Okay.
It's something that I want to grow and just see it becoming big one day.
Yeah.
So many plans for it. So that's something else that I'm busy with.
Okay, no, that's interesting. Like you wouldn't think, at least for me, getting to know you now, I wouldn't think that was something that a footballer would be passionate about outside of football. Is creating content, building a business around that. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah, I think it was not easy for me to see that I would do something with it. The more I took pictures and videos of friends that I used to be around, and I just started seeing myself finding joy in their reaction.
Okay.
So if I do something for you, how happy you are, makes me happy.
That's what. Okay,
Yeah, and then once I started researching about, once I started following a lot of people that I in that line of work, the more I started seeing myself doing that.
Okay.
So I decided some things you don't have to take them to the grave with you. You have to try it out first. Yeah,
it's cool.
It's something that I'm trying to do now.
Yeah. So no, looking forward to seeing how that shapes out for you.
Yeah.
Excited. Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll be the one shooting this with Mark.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Awesome stuff, man. So how has football shaped the person you are on and off the field?
If there's one thing that I've learned from football and the career itself is it has taught me how to persevere, because I've had more ups than I've had more downs than I've had more ups.
So it's resilience.
Yes. So I do have that in me now, and I try to take that and put it in my life as well, and it has helped me become a better person, and it has shifted my perspective of life itself. I think I don't view life the same way as a lot of people do.
Okay.
And
I respect that.
Yeah, now I'm at a point where I think I enjoy more hardships than I do enjoy success.
Yeah. No,
because I've seen what it does for me.
Yeah, the growth
that comes with it, and how sweet success becomes when then you do get success.
I got you.
So,
Yeah, so the key takeaway here is that resilience, like soccer has built a lot more resilience in you as a person, and that's built your character to just be resilient in facing, both the problems you face on the pitch and off the pitch. Okay,
because I mean, in all these things that I would say that you learn from football, it's a lonely journey.
Okay, it's a lonely journey.
Yes, you can have support of your friends, support of your family, but it's just there's always a lot of moments where you find yourself alone and you have to question a lot of things, and you have to now start working on yourself. And it has taught me a lot. So if there's one thing that I love about hardships, and besides having to create resilience, is the fact that you have to be true with yourself. It has taught me a lot about myself, because the things that you have to go through, they teach you a lot about you. Now I know how much I can take, and how much I've learned from it, and how much I can still grow in life. That's just what I taken from it.
No, it's very interesting you said that, because me having looking at you as a football player, I would think your life is perfect. I would think that I feel like a lot of people have that conception. It's like you're a footballer, you're a star, you're playing soccer, that everything in your life is perfect. But you guys are probably the guys that face a lot of hardships. The fact that you guys are still able to push through that's very respect. Like we admire that.
No, I think everyone does go through hardships. The only difference is that fame just magnifies it.
Absolutely.
The more famous you are, the more problems you have, the harder it is to deal with those problems, because it's not easy for me to wake up one day and complain about something. Where else a lot of people think that we have it easy. A lot of people forget that we are human beings as well. So that's just the tricky part about it. And that's what a lot of my fellow colleagues and other people in the entertainment industry, and a lot of people that I just know, that's what we all suffer from. That's why there's just this issue of mental health when it comes to being famous. Yeah, because of that.
There was that Brazilian player that's in the Barclays thing. I can't remember his name, but he came out and he said he had mental health issues.
A lot of people came out, and that's why if you're not strong enough, then you fall victim to certain things. It could be that you become a drug addict or become an alcoholic. And I just don't. I don't know. I've just been lucky enough to either. I don't know if it's the support around me. I don't know if it's the mind state that I always put myself in. That I've always escaped that. I've never fallen.
Well, fallen victim.
Yeah, never. And it's something that I think I wake up every day to run away from that. Got you. And with that is spend a little time reading, I spend a little time listening to podcasts, listening to motivational videos, especially when we go to the gym. And every time I just find myself alone, I always try to put my mind in a positive state.
Just your mind.
Yeah, because the things we go through a day, it's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I hear that. Oh, okay. And that's very insightful, because those are things we as people as well can implement in our lives to keep ourselves in a good, positive mental state so that we can also achieve our goals, whatever they may be. 100%. So, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind in football? But not just football, but also in your own life in the future.
I just want to be known for being true to myself.
Yeah.
And that's with everything. Yeah, whether it's a career, whether it's my life.
Yeah.
I just want to be known as that person. I think I enjoy being called strict.
Okay.
But friends and family, it's are you too strict? I enjoy that. It's because I don't follow someone else. I do what I believe in, and that's just what I want to be known for.
Okay, just somebody that was true to themselves. And put themselves out there as their true self. Because it is true, people in your position or people that are famous in general I feel like a lot of them maybe they fall victim to becoming somebody else to please people that follow them, etc. So that's really...
Johnny Depp says it. I think there's an interview where Johnny Depp talks about it and says that everyone is a follower of something.
Yes.
And with that, everyone is living their own life.
Yes.
We are all trying to catch up to society.
Yeah.
We're all trying to
keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing.
Keeping up with our role models. But I just want to be my own role model. I allow myself to make mistakes. I allow myself to learn a lot from people still, but most importantly, the things that I believe in and what life has taught me, that's just what I stick to more than try and look for who else is doing what. Because you can't run away from the fact that you can't inspire yourself. It's where you need to look for inspiration. Even with football itself, there were people that were playing and I had to look up to them to say I want to be like that, I want to be like that. But I think the hardest thing that I've been trying to do in my life is to do that, to be my true self.
And have that inspire other people.
And see what I can teach myself.
Okay. So, that actually leads me to my next question is, what kind of advice would you give, the young dreamers that want to become a football star, and then what advice would you give them and steps would you advise them to take to be able to reach the level of football that you're playing now and higher as well?
I believe in becoming the person that attracts success.
Okay.
So if you want to be a footballer, you need to become a person that attracts football.
Okay.
And that means change everything about you. Everything about you should say football. If you want to be a business person, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to become a person that attracts entrepreneurship. So I would say that with everyone that's trying to make it in life, I don't want to speak about footballers, is that you need to see if you are a person that attracts what is it that you want to do.
Gotcha.
And that's just one thing that I've always tried to do with everything that I'm trying to achieve is I sit down and that's where you...
How do I become the person that attracts?
That attracts because I want that and I'm working towards that. But what is it in my life that I can also do that can also intellectually attract that? So I would say be the footballer before you are. Be that business person, that businessman or businesswoman before it'll change so much about you. It'll force you to change the people around you. It'll force you to change the environments that you're in. Because if you want to be like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, or you have to be
disciplined, you have to be focused, all those attributes and discipline. 100%.
So that's just what I would tell people.
100%, man. We appreciate that. And in closing, obviously, we on the Signature podcast, but you're also a very respected customer of ours, and we wanted to know, how was your experience with Signature Cars, in terms of purchasing a vehicle and being a part of the Signature community?
I think what stood out for me is the reception you get from Signature Cars. I think it's different from a lot of dealerships. The minute that I walked into the door, I felt wanted and I felt important, and I know maybe a lot of people would say, because maybe you're a footballer or whatever, but to be honest, no one knew that I was a footballer.
Really?
Okay. A lot of people only knew once, I started sharing my details.
Yes. Oh, they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's paperwork and everything that where it goes into find out where you work, and so the treatment that I got, the service is 5-star. The cars are excellent. My car is excellent. So that's just one thing that I really, really like. I think it stands out from a lot of people and a lot of dealerships.
Okay. No, we appreciate that. We appreciate you joining us on this podcast. And welcome to the Signature family. And we look forward to having you be a part of these podcasts and conversations a lot more, so you can add more value to people's lives. So really appreciate you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Shout out.